Donut, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Excellent. Okay.
And so can the stream, by the way.
The stream can as well? Okay, because when I first joined, it said my audio was not included. I did include it in my own stream, and I made sure that it was included in the party, so. Okay. Donut, do you mind? I would like to have a discussion with you to make some announcements so that you have an idea of what's happening tonight.
Sure, anytime, yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, everybody, welcome to Friday Night Lights, presented by Formula Worldwide Leagues. I'm Jim Cab, aka Ted, and I have Donut with us tonight. You may notice on the grid that there is a rapid driver who is absent. And I'm not talking about Gifted. Gifted is on some sort of vacation, family obligation, something like that. So I am, in fact, referring to PXMPE. And the reason why that is because he was banned from the server last week for using a racial slur in the Discord, which is an absolute no-no. So, for those of you not in the know, that is what's happening tonight. However, he has reached out to me. He understands what he has done and has apologized to me directly. I am considering whether he will be allowed to race again. We're going to be reviewing that over the next couple of days, I believe. So, I'm not trying to censor people or be anti-free speech. Although, for you Americans, remember, free speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Okay? And I'm in Canada, so fuck your constitution. I run a league with kids, and I run a league with people of color from all over the world, and lots of different religious affiliations. I'm agnostic. Bearded white man in the sky is not my go-to. And if it is for you, fantastic. But I don't tolerate racism or bigotry. And I don't care if it's just jokes, because I'm a parent. And if I was a parent of a kid in a league where that kind of stuff is happening, even if it's just jokes, I'd be mighty pissed. And I feel responsible for some of these kids. And I don't care if they hear it in the schoolyard. I don't care if they're going to hear it on streams in what the hell is that game? Fortnite or any of that bullshit. Yeah, I swear. We say fuck a lot. We make jokes, but we do not use racial slurs. We do not tolerate bigotry or any kind of hate. And that's just the way it is. So, fair warning to anybody who's listening, watching, intends to join, has joined. Be respectful. And you won't find yourself banned. So, with that said, we're here at Silverstone, the place where Lewis regained all that glory in one beautiful day last Sunday. And it's raining in Quali. I don't know what the race forecast is going to be like, but at least Quali is looking pretty spicy. Now, it looks like people are, oh no, they are on inters actually, so I haven't looked at the tires yet to see what we're going on with. So the other little announcement that I'm going to make is that I forked over some money. Not a lot, not a tiny bit of money either. Like, we're talking some serious cash here to make sure that we have full analytics and statistics for every race for the rest of the season. So you're welcome. Don't fuck around and piss me off. I'm old and I anger easily. So
Uh, I feel like I just personally got yelled at for like the last 5 minutes. So everyone out there, stop fucking around because I don't like being told off. I didn't do you do anything.
no, Donut didn't do anything. Donut is the king. He comes here every Friday out of the goodness of his heart and gives us some of the best, most entertaining commentary I've seen of any league. If I was rich, I'd pay this man, but I am not. In fact, I just dropped in early $2,000 to fix Mrs. Jim Cab's truck today. So, uh,
Don't blame me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, here we are, Silverstone round 2. We did have a week off because of America Fuck Yeah last weekend. Hope everybody's America Fuck Yeah went well. Didn't blow off your fingers with fireworks or any of that nonsense. And yeah, we're back at it. So Sketchy is in the lead in the championship after one race, which of course is no shock considering how he performed in round 1 in Austria 2 weeks ago. And then I think after that, we have Sweat Randall is in hypothetical second right now in the Williams, followed by Spicy Noogies in the McLaren. Now, Spicy is going solo tonight in a McLaren. He's already retired. I think people have just put in some laps, put in a lap and just called it quits. I don't know if they're trying to save inters for the race or they're
Well,
just trying.
it was a little dry at the beginning, so I think these times at the beginning are that's sort of it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So they're not going to get any better.
Yeah, I think that's
And
the problem here.
yeah, and it does look like the track is starting to get a little wetter. Um, so this may be a very boring quali. We've got first through 11th with Nick Arrow, uh, formerly known as Patrick Duffy. He's missed round 1. He's back in the Ferrari this year, and he's qualified. He has provisional pole 132.012. And then the 2 Williams, Sweat Randall and Miggs. Miggs returns after missing round 1 as well. He was in WTF last season. He actually did have a seat in Formula One, or sorry, in Formula in FNL. Um, I think the season 9. But I think he got scared of all the high level competition and backed out for a while. Took some time. Did some WTF last season. Now he's back in FNL, ready to race. It sounds like so. And look at that foe. I've always bitched and complained about foe. He has no self-confidence. I try to, beat him to have confidence. Verbally beat him, of course. I'm not going to physically touch the kid all the way from Indonesia. But
Hmm.
as I've told him many, many times, dude, go out there, put out a lap. You never know what's going to happen. And look at him. He's sitting P4 right now. And he's not going to have a lot of people who are going to challenge that with the way the rain is going through this session. Um, there, and Miggs looks like he's retired now. Heat Gang in the Aston Martin, he's retired. Bajowski's in the pit in the Kick Sauber. He's in 6th place with a 130. There, he just retired. 133.046. Then we got Evazi Skies in 8th in the Alpine. Brownest Buns in the Haas. Then Curtis Chaos, and that rounds out the top 10. I do have somebody who is looking to join as a um, reserve driver from WTF, so I'm going to get him in here and at least add one more person to the lobby.
Brilliant.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet for a moment because I just got to make sure I know who to put the seat in for him because he is an Aston Martin driver, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I'll double check. So he will have to probably go in the V carb because I don't see anybody in V carb. Is there really no drivers in the V carb today? Wild.
It would look that way, yes.
Yeah, wild. Okay.
All right, I'm going to use this brief opportunity to do an audio check with Massive. Massive, are you there?
I am here. Am I coming through?
I can hear you. Let me see if the stream can hear you. Tremendous, massive. Tremendous.
All right, see you.
I wouldn't mind, massive, if you were a little bit louder when we go live on air.
I don't think that's me though. I think it's my headset.
I
can
need
do
just
this.
a little bit more massive. Just a little bit more massive.
I don't know if the voice test is still going on. I'm just going to point out that Sketchy just set a lap of 137.5. I don't know if he meant to wait this long to put up a lap. And now Fifi the Duck has set a lap of 138.593. I hope you enjoy Donut saying Fifi the Duck. Fifi is our Division 2 NEA Saturday driver. NEA is our European division that races on Saturdays. They are off this week because they raced in Silverstone last weekend. And he was available. Alpine needed a teammate for Ivazi Skies, so I've cleared him to come in. Blake MC2127. Blake and I had an excellent battle in WTF earlier this week here at Silverstone. It was not raining. Blake is an Aston Martin driver in WTF, and I've just cleared him so that he can come in here and put some laps around for good old V-Carb. And what does he have? So he's still at an out lap, so we'll see if he can actually do anything here with this on the inters. But we have our top 10 already set out. I'm going to go through them real quickly if you're blind or dumb. Nick Arrow in first in the Ferrari, Sweat Randall in second in the Williams, Miggs in third in the Williams, Foe in fourth in the Haas, and It's Heat Gang in fifth in the Aston Martin. All of them in the 132 range, ranging from Nick 132.012 and Heat Gang 132.702. And then we go from there, Bajowski and Kick Sauber, Spicy Noogies, Ivazi Skies in the Alpine, Brownest ones in the Haas. Well, actually, sorry, those three all in the 133s. They're actually 4/10, about 5/10 within each other. Then Brownest Buns is in the 134.037 at the Haas. Curtis Chaos 134.818. Anytime I hear numbers 818, I think of Beastie Boys. And if you know, you know. Then in 11th for Red Bull, Kodak Films 135.876. Marzi and the Mercedes 137.401, and Sketchy Bull only putting up a 137.530. Fourth place or 14th place, Fifi the Duck, and we're watching. Well, I'm on my stream. If you want to go to twitch.tv/FWL Gym Cab, I'm following along with Blake to see what he can put up on this lap with 50 seconds left in qualifying. So we'll see what happens here. Can he actually get faster than Sketchy? I doubt it. He's like halfway. Oh, he's still in. Oh, he's in sector 2 here. So coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Ooh. Oh, he's sliding all over the place. I don't know what his time is doing. I'm not looking at any telemetry. Because, you know, why would I bother doing that? It's interesting. down the hangar straight into Stowe, and then whatever the hell this chicane is called at the end. And I see two other cars out on the track, but I don't know what they're doing. Oh, look at that. Blake was the last, and he placed 15th. So there's that. That's it. Qualifying's over. Round 2 of Friday Night Lights. Nick Arrow in the Ferrari takes pole by 7/100ths of a second over Sweat Randall in the Williams, followed by Miggs, also in the Williams. So the top 10 drivers managed to go out on softs before the rain got too heavy. Kodak films went on the mediums for some reason, and then the rest were on inters, and that is all she wrote. I'm going to be quiet for a little while. Your primary host, Donut Puncher, is on his way shortly. He'll be joined by Massive, and Ted will pop in from time to time to provide whatever updates there may be. Hey, look, it looks sunny. I wonder if we're in for an all-dry race or if it's going to rain halfway through. Maybe I should check the streams of other people and see what's going on with them. All right, I'm watching one of the streams. I could see the weather forecast, partly cloudy through 3/4 of the race, ending up in sunny, clear skies by the time we reached lap 26. So strategy looks like it's either soft mediums or soft hards. Let's see if there's anybody who's going to mix it up and make it medium soft instead. Mix it up. Right now we're looking at, let's see, 12 laps on the softs, 14 laps on the mediums or hards. A nice, simple one-stop race. Hopefully we get some hot racing action so that Donut has lots of fun stuff to talk about. And I'm going to shut up now. Formation lap is about to start. Enjoy the race, everyone. Stay tuned for Donut Puncher.
Thank you very much, Jim Cab, and welcome everyone to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. As mentioned, I am your host, the affable Donut Puncher 272, joining you live as always late on a Friday night on the East Coast. And we are back. We're back for round 2 after a 2-week hiatus, and we are at one of F1's crown jewel tracks. We are here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. I am joined tonight by your friend and mine, someone I know you've missed just as much as I have over these 2 weeks. Massive Noogies. Massive, tell me about how excited you are to be back here on Friday Night Lights.
I can't even contain it. I'm just sitting here eating a yo play, barely able to even get the spoon in there. I'm shaking.
A yo play, huh?
Correct.
That is how you start a race, everyone. That's how you get in the zone. That's how you get amped. That's how you pregame. Some yogurt. That is some white American shit right there. So let's talk about the grid here real quick. A kind of funky grid here, Massive. I'm sure you saw qualifying. They got one lap in at the beginning on softs in the wet, and it has led to what looks like a potentially dominating performance here for Nick Arrow, Patrick Duffy, Defy, whatever we want to call him, a man of many names.
Yeah, it didn't last long. I think Zeech was the first one out there with old Pat Duffy right behind. Everybody was, most everybody was able to barely complete that lap, and then that was pretty much it. That was your qualifying as far as decent times go.
It wasn't very exciting, but hopefully we get some excitement here in the race as we look to have a dry race, as Ted told us there a couple of minutes ago. So we'll get on board with our third place driver, Migos, and watch our front two go down to turn 1. That was quite the quick loading of the grid. 5 lights on, 5 lights off LFG, and my goodness me, Migos with a hell of a start. Pulls up alongside of, I don't even remember who it was anymore. Whoever it was, they're gone. Migos now in second place, fighting with Fakasha down to third. That's going to be As You Were. So Patrick Duffy leads us away here. Let's get some tire information on the screen because I was a little taken aback there. Right, what a start that was from Migos. Yeah, Sweaty Randall, that's who. So Sweaty Randall had a horrendous start. Second on the grid, all the way down now in 7th place, lost 5 positions. What a loser. So let's get tire information. That's what we need. Yes. So he did have on those medium tires, but no excuse for that. Just a horrendous start for Sweaty Randall. Goes from 2nd to 7th. Massive, what happened in the back of the field?
I mean, everybody's just doing their thing right now, but I saw that Bo Cena, something happened to him. I don't know. He left the session.
Oh, Massive, before you tell people what's going on at the back of the field, why don't you tell everybody where they can catch a view of that?
Yes, so Donut's got it covered at mostly the front of the grid. I'm going to get all you losers here in the back. If you want to go and watch that later or watch it mid-race, if you're talented like Sketchable is, apparently. Twitch.tv/Massive Noogies.
I love that little jingle. It goes written by Charlie Harper himself. Massive. Spicy Nuggies alert. Spicy Nuggies alert. Our boy is in 4th place here.
4th, that's fantastic. Not that we're rooting for anybody.
Not anyone specifically, of course. You know who else is on the move right now is Sketchable. He started in, I believe, 11th place, already up to 7th, making quite a few moves here in the first lap and a half or so, and doing so on the medium tire. Just got by Fakasha, and I don't know if Victor Chouse, where he started. We're going to have to look at the positions changed here in a little while, but so Victor Chouse doing well, Sketchable doing well, Sweaty Randall getting it back together, back into 6th. Fifi already with a 3-second penalty, so our first introduction to Fifi, Massive, is not good.
No, is this the first time? Is this somebody changing their name? Do we know who this gentleman is?
No, this is a new person, as Jim Cab was talking about. He's from one of the other divisions. He's in here doing some reserve work and not doing a very good job right now.
Damn. Speaking of reserve, where's our 3-time WTF champ? Isn't he with us? Race 1?
Yes.
Who are you referring
He's referring to KDM, and KDM is not present today. So
Useless shite, that boy KDM. He should be here because he would be enjoying a hell of a battle, because at the front of the field, Migos and Patrick Duffy are going hammer and tongs at each other right now. Of course, Migos on those soft tires. Patrick Duffy on the mediums. I heard Massive make a sound, and I see arrows back here. Was there crashing?
There was some pushing and some shoving.
Yeah, I can see that. And it looks like Kodak's has lost a few positions there. And I saw someone else go off the track. That looks like a Ferrari has spun around there. So Echo the Dolphin in 15th place there. Not doing too well right now. He's on those soft tires, so not ideal. Maybe he'll be able to catch the back of this little DRS train that's formed in front of him and maybe to be able to get himself back in the race. Migos and Patrick Duffy up here really going at it. We're going to have to keep our eyes on the front of the field. Massive, I know you got the back, so let us know if we're going to be missing any hot racing action in the back there that I need to get onto. I can see Sketchable right now. He's so close. He's so close to Bukowski. Our Polish friend Bukowski. Sketchable decides not to make the move. Let's get back to the front. Migos. And, I mean, do you think his name is actually Nick Arrow?
Hell no.
Like that's his actual name?
Hell no. especially not ARRO.
Well, I know, but that's like so specific. Like, you know, he had to go out of his way to put that in.
No, I think that's the name
And
he
that
chose.
can't be a nickname.
That's the name he chose for his Backyard Wrestling Federation.
Bless.
Hey.
So, Massive, I was with you last night. You spoke about how much you enjoyed last week's British Grand Prix. It does not look like we're going to get any rain here tonight in this British Grand Prix, but it looks like we're getting a hell of a battle for the lead right now like we did last week in the real-life British Grand Prix. Migos, again, he is on the better tire, but I didn't know that he had this sort of pace. Did you?
Yeah, I feel like the times that we have seen him before, he's done really well, but as far as pace goes, but it seems like he always seems to make a mistake.
Well, I mean, speaking of mistakes, that's the stock and trade of our good friend Patrick Duffy. Patrick Duffy loves a mistake. He
Someone
regains
say
the lead here,
steak?
so. You know, I've been watching. Thankfully, my YouTube Premium realizes how much I love him. My YouTube has been force feeding me Gordon Ramsay videos, so I've really been enjoying those. And I just watched him take someone's steak apart. Oh, Fakasha needs an invite. He says in the Twitch chat. Can I do that?
If you have him added, yes. I am.
Do you have him added, Ted?
I do, but I am stuck in a. I am stuck in EA hell. I went to the race director, and now I cannot exit it.
Oh, yep. See, that happened to me once. All right. Well, I'll give it a shot. Hopefully, the same thing does not happen.
Yeah, I just went to race director. It didn't allow me to invite him from there. I'm sure I'm doing this.
No, you have to go
I should
to your pause menu,
Invites
and
and
then
requests.
yeah, that's where you need to go.
I don't see him. He's not one of my friends on here. And just generally speaking, he's not really one of my friends. I have nothing against him. But he's just, you know. So, Massive will take care of that problem right now. We need to pay attention to the front of the field because we have now a 5-car DRS train at the front of this race. Now, we are led by Patrick Duffy, as we have been for a little while now. He's on those medium tires, which I'm sure are coming in nicely. Right behind him is Migos, who is going to fall off here in a second. I mean, not a second, maybe a couple of laps on those soft tires. Right behind him, we have Senior Hegang, our good friend Spicy Nuggies, and of course, Sketchable, who started in the back of the field due to a terrible qualifying, just poorly executed qualifying from him. As you see there, fastest lap of the race. Sketchable is on the move. Massive, were you able to get Fakasha back in?
No. No. No, I wasn't.
Oh, Sketchable's gone off! Sketchable has gone off! What a disaster! He did all the hard work, got himself up to the front of the field, and then went off the track at turn 3. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Sketchable, if you're out there, not good.
In case you didn't know.
In case you weren't aware, when you went off the track, that was not good. So now we had a 5-car battle. It is a 4-car battle for the lead of this race. I'm sure Spicy Nuggies wouldn't mind hanging back just a little bit to let Sketchable catch back up to get in that DRS train. And then we'll have ourselves a 5-car. And Victor Chalice hot on the tail of Sketchable. So perhaps he can join in. Right behind him is Sweaty Randall and Bukowski. So the pace of this field is evenly matched as Migos now goes in the lead down the hangar straight. My goodness. Kasha is talking to you, Massive, on the Twitch. Did you see that?
What? On yours?
Yeah, he says, Massive, did you get my friend request?
Oh, shit.
Massive, what's your EA?
Hang on. Hold up.
Out here trying to make friends between Xbox and PC users or something like that, but we can't pay attention to that now. We have a 4-car battle for the lead. Sketchable and Victor Chalice trying desperately to get up there, dragging Sweaty Randall and Bukowski along with them. Further on through the field, we have Old Zeech in 9th and Fifi in 10th. Of course, he has that penalty, but he's still driving hard. And we have WTF driver back here, Blake, in 11th. Good showing from him. The step up from WTF is a very big step. This is not a small thing that Blake is trying to do here tonight, as we see old Zeech and Fifi fighting. Fifi takes the spot, takes 9th place. Vakasha has joined. Massive, you have saved a life.
I'll do what I can. Hey, I did want to
Thank you so
ask. Week 1, we had EXMP place 2nd as a reserve. What happened to him?
So you weren't listening to me at the beginning of the broadcast.
No, I was going through my stuff to make sure everything works. I'm sorry.
Pixm P was banned from the Discord for using a racial slur.
Which one was it? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was the N-word.
Oh,
He has since contacted me. He has since apologized and gracefully requested to be returned. I said I would get back to him, but he definitely could not race tonight. So we'll see. I will continue discussions with him, and we'll figure out what we need to do. But Massive, just listen again later on, or don't. I don't care.
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
I
So
barely made it
during
here.
that little during that little interlude there, Sketchable has now caught up to the back of this DRS train of the top 4, but in doing so, got himself a penalty, and that kind of sort of ruins the whole point of all that hard work that he just did. We also saw Spicy Nuggies passing Senior Heat Gang through Maggots and Beckett's. However, it looks like that has cost him the DRS of the drivers in front, so not quite the train that we had before. Massive and I have spoken many times about how much both of us love a train, but this one looks like it's going to be broken up into little pieces, which is unfortunate.
Looks like Prokasha said they won't let me take control. I'll send you another
Who is
invite.
they, Fakasha? Who is they?
EA.
Oh, okay. I thought perhaps there was some gender pronoun slandering or something like that going on. We don't.
I guess we don't really know.
He knows
the
better not to.
gender.
Yeah.
We don't know EA's gender. I always imagined it was a dude just because of the voiceover. That guy's name is EA.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the EA guy. Yes, of course.
See, I always assumed it was a dude, how he fucks everyone over. So
Yes, that as well. So we just saw Sketchable make his way into 4th place. He is now going to be chasing down Spicy Nuggies. If he does indeed pass him, then perhaps we could get this 3-car little train, this little mini train, to join up with our front drivers and get a 5-car train. Nickelodeon up at the front, still holding off Migos for the time being. Migos, uh-oh, Fakasha's retired from session. Has he just given up on life entirely? Looks like he did so in the pits.
I guess this is another bug within the game, which isn't anything new. We've seen this in previous installments.
What is the bug? What do you mean?
Where you
Like-
rejoin, but the game won't let you actually take control of your car.
Oh, I see. But if he's not controlling it, then how did he retire?
I don't know.
Riddle me that, Massive.
It's never happened to me. I don't know.
Well, either way, all of our hopes and dreams have come true. The 3 cars have joined the 2 cars, and we now have a 5-car battle for the lead once again. Let's get on board with Migos here for a second, as he pulls up along the side of Patrick Duffy and just straight up passes him with the help of a little bit of DRS, of course, but he moves into the lead now on those 10-lap-old or 9-lap-old. Oh, wow. Look at that. Patrick Defy on the inside says, that is not your position. That is my position, and I will take it back. Goes back to the lead. They go through Cops. That is really impressive. Nick Arrow there. Either way, what I was saying is, I forgot what I was saying. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Migos on the 9-lap old tires. That's really impressive pace. We saw last night that the tires at Portugal did not last very long, Massive. You were telling us about this new tire update. What do you think is going to be happening here?
Lots of punctures. Man, that would be exciting.
That would be. I love a puncture.
Like if
As
everybody
Sketchable now has gotten by Spicy.
if everybody in this train just all of a sudden just like all their tires at the same time.
There should be more punishment for going over some of those serrated curbs, but either way, we have quite a battle on our hands now. So look at this. Look at the front of this field right now. So Migos is holding everybody up, and it's had a terrible effect on Senior Heat Gang. He slides his way through turn 2. That's not going to help him stay on this DRS train, but he regains control and all of his composure and gets back onto the track and stays within DRS range as Patrick Defy, round the outside, looks to go, which is now the inside. Well, this is quite a battle here at the front, and everybody behind is loving it. It's keeping everybody in touching distance in this race as Patrick Defy goes back in front. Boy, that was an aggressive move for the 11th lap of the race with the driver who is going to be on a different tire strategy than you. You know what I mean, Massive? It might be just a little bit too aggressive right now.
Well, you said they're all within touching distance. You know we love it when they touch. Speaking of touching, Spicy. Touchy, the curb too muchy. 3 seconds. Track limits, penalties.
Oh, Sketchable looks to make a move down the inside on Migos, but the sides against it. So we have 2 of our top 5 drivers already on penalties, so perhaps there is enough time for some of their closest rivals to get some penalties as well. Massive, you know Patrick Defy loves a penalty.
Oh yeah. Not too many races we've seen of him without one.
So far, so good. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the pause menu. Let's just see if he has any warnings so far. 1 warning so far for Patrick Defy and Migos. No warnings at all. And let's see about Senior Heat Gang. 2 warnings. So Senior Heat Gang is living on the edge right now. Sketchable, while we are gone, makes the move up into 2nd place. He's lost DRS for the time being, but he won't care about that. He is in 2nd place. What a performance here from Sketchable. Migos now back down into 3rd. Those soft tires probably hurting a little bit. Hurting so much, in fact, that Spicy now looking to go around the outside at Cops. Can he do it? He has done it. What a move from Spicy Nuggies. Had it done pretty much before they got to the corner. Still quite a move from Spicy. So, Massive, I want to comment real quick on what Fakasha said on the Twitch chat there. He says he's done for a while. Can you talk him off the ledge?
I'm going to take a break from FNL for a while till the EA stuff gets solved. Well, buddy, that means we're never seeing you again because holy shit. The list of problems. It's every game. Come on, man.
Yeah. So at half distance, Migos is into the pits to get off those soft tires. You would imagine the medium runners are going to be coming in here in I would say probably a lap or 2 as well. So this should be interesting to see here at the end. But Migos will have the undercut and have a chance here to gain, I don't know, maybe 2-3 seconds. Massive, I think you were about to say something before I cut you off there.
No, perfect timing because I forgot, but I just remembered. Got to be careful how I word this because last season, Laurent's extremely dominant. That goes without saying.
Yes.
And this time around, no Laurent's. Look at all the action up front.
That's a great point. I mean, we have a 4-car battle for the lead right now.
4.
And last season, I don't think we had any car battles for any leads.
That's right. Maybe. Sounds good.
No, you're absolutely right. We needed to get rid of that Double R Lawrence because he was a poison, a toxin in this league.
Ooh, look at this.
Took away all of our hot racing action. Seemed like a nice enough fella.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not bashing the dude. He was just a little too fast, a little too consistently fast.
Yes.
Mistakes were rare, and you know, we like a good mistake.
We love a mistake, and that's why we like Patrick Duffy so much. He is fast but mistake prone, so he's always providing us with entertainment of some kind, either hot racing action, sounded Dutch there for a second, or crashing into someone, or getting penalties. So far he has avoided a penalty here tonight, but he has got Sketchable hot on his tail, putting the pressure on. You know that's what Sketchable is trying to do right now. There's actually no point in Sketchable trying to pass him. What he should be trying to do is put pressure on him to get him to make the mistake. Vasey Skysies is now retired from the session, and we have a safety car.
Oh.
Safety car is out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Massive. Is this going to play into the hands of
What happened?
that one guy who was leading the race earlier, who I forgot about already? Migos. That's right. Migos.
What happened to him? He was like just out there in the middle. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna check the race director. Wish me luck. Terminal damage. Thanks to Are you still there?
Yeah.
THR Marzi, severe collision with a Vasey Skies. He got a
Wow.
10-second time penalty, which I think he just served 5 of that. And he'll probably be able to go right back in, serve the rest of it. Right? Can you do that? It's under safety car?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, then he'll be able to get rid of that. No, he's got... Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong guy. I was looking at Bukowski. So THR, yeah, he's got 10 seconds of penalties, so... Yikes! And Easy says, great way to waste my time. Blake MC says, this is my first time abs off. Uh-huh.
I really like the way you added the ha-ha.
That's what he said, not me.
I know, but the inflection you put on it was really pro. So let's reset here, Massive. Let's reset. We have a safety car which has completely neutralized this race and has got everyone back together again, which for that we are thankful. We have some differing tire strategies here. But what we definitely have is our front 4 drivers on a much better and preferred strategy than Migos. Massive, I think we can both agree that Migos is pretty much out of this race with no chance now.
What? Hang on. Wait, why do you say that?
Because he's on the older medium tire. What is happening at the front of the field right now? They're swapping positions. Uh-oh, I wonder if there's a safety car glitch. This would be hilarious if this entire race was ruined by a safety car glitch.
What's happening that you're thinking there's a safety car glitch?
I saw a lot of arrows back and forth on the timing screen of those top 4 drivers.
Okay. I have Nick, Sketchy, Spicy, and Heat Gang in top 4.
I do as well. As well.
I did have to leave the lobby in order to get back into it. Keeping my fingers crossed that didn't ruin the race.
So far, so good. So let's one more time go to the race director here while we have the time and take a look at Patrick Duffy, still on 1 warning, so he is sitting pretty right now. Senior Heat Gang, he does not have any penalties. He has 2 warnings still as well. So Sketchable and Spicy Nuggies are in a bad position right now. They're on the better tire, of course, and at the front of the field where you want to be. But those penalties are going to prevent them from getting a podium if everybody is able to stay together here. So we'll see what happens. Massive, what is your prediction for the end of this race? I think we're going to be going green here at the end of this lap. I think THR Marzi will be able to join us.
Well, you know, you're talking about MIGs, but then also the penalties, so. Do Sketchy and Spicy, well, I should say, do the drivers around them drive as if they don't have penalties? Or do they take a safer approach? I don't know. I don't see any safer options here. You just got to go. You just got to do it.
If you're sketchable though, wouldn't you try to stay behind and stay in second place and just put pressure on Patrick Duffy until he makes a mistake? Like, what would be the point of even passing him?
Because you got the spice guy behind you, old Spicy.
That's true. I mean, I suppose it's possible that Sketchable could put a 3-second gap onto Patrick Duffy, especially considering the pace. Oh, wow, I don't think THR Marzi's going to catch up. I thought he was going to get there. It looks like he is not going to get there. So we're going to have another lap of safety car running. Lame. Hella lame.
Very lame. I have something to report. I've just watched the clip of when Avazi Skies DNF'd. It looks like Marzi was just sitting on the apex of turn 1. Now, I don't think he meant to be there. He was in 17th place. Avazi Skies was in 13th at the time. I don't know if he glitched out. It certainly looks like it, because like the wheels are spinning and the smoke is going, but he's completely stationary, and Avazi Skies just plowed right into the back of him. So I don't know what's happening.
I'll tell you, I'd also like to know what's happening here. We just had a swaparoo again at the front of the field between
I saw
Patrick
that.
Duffy and Sketchable. Sketchable went off track to accomplish that. I really hope Sketchable did not get a track limits warning for that. He did not, so that's good. He's got a bunch of warnings, though, so that's not good. Actually, let's take a look at the penalties while we have a lull in the action. Penalties. So 3 apiece for Sketchy and Spicy, and 3 for some other people who are further down the grid.
Miggs has lost some positions by going off the track.
Well,
What is going on right now?
that's on him, because if you go off the track under a safety car, it's going to tell all the cars behind you to pass you, and
Well,
they're
of
going to
course,
do that.
But
So
why are people going off the track right now? So Migo's now trying to make his way back up, passes a couple of people. Again, arrows on the timing screen. Everything is just up in the air right now on this timing screen, but we're going to be going green on this lap, and I think everything is okay now. Still see a lot of smoke. These drivers are just losing their GD minds right now behind this safety car. Like caged animals, just let them out. They just want to race, Daddy. So Migos now, again, I have really no idea what the hell he's doing with old Zicha here, but again, on the timing screen, it says they are passing each other. I hope that's not true. Let's go on board with our 2nd place driver. Actually, you know what? Let's go on board with our 3rd place driver. Let's watch Sketchable and Patrick Duffy do battle from on board with Spicy Nuggies. And Patrick Duffy has not wasted any time. He is gone before the last chicane. Interestingly enough, though, Sketchable, wise to it. Actually, let's get right up on board now with Sketchable, because Sketchable and Patrick Duffy are pulling away from Spicy Nuggies. It's going to be a battle for the win between these two. Sketchable is going to have to make Patrick Duffy make a mistake here at some point, though. Absolutely has to.
Speaking of Sketchable, the Twitch stream, he says, what a recovery drive. I'm guessing he's talking about himself. And you know how Sketchy loves to talk about himself. I know you hear me. I know you hear me.
Yeah, and I wanted to actually, to that end, Massive. I don't think it's right that you're completely silent during the interviews, especially considering the shit that you talk during the race. So I think what we need to do is that Oh no, Patrick Duffy's made the mistake we talked about. Patrick Duffy off the track. He's out of the race. Well, he's still in the race, obviously, but basically out of the race now. Oh my goodness me, Patrick Duffy, while I was talking shit there, goes from first to fifth. He went through Cobb's corner and he spun out massive. I don't know if you saw it, but he's ruined his race.
I did not. I had the cameras further back. It's tempting to look up there, but I know you've got it covered, so I was at the back.
Well, we had talked about it before, Massive. We discussed he could be making a bonehead error at some point or getting a penalty. You never know with Patrick Duffy, and he's done it. Just threw away a race win there. Threw it away. Now, of course, he does not have a penalty, so he could get in front of Sweaty Randall and Senior Heat Gang and maybe still win this race based on penalties. Now, nobody wants to win on penalties, but you know, if that's your thing, I guess, then go for it. Nick Arrow, if that is your real name.
Probably something like Nicholas Greenberg.
Who's up? What's up with who?
Said his real name is probably something like Nicholas Greenberg.
Nicholas Greenberg, yes. I don't know how old he is, but if that is his name, then he is no doubt an accountant. That is his chosen profession. So Spicy Nuggies lost touch here with Sketchable. So Sketchable thinking, now that he has this DRS broken, he might just go ahead and tear away from the rest of this field. He might get himself a win in spite of this penalty. Oh, anyway, Massive, what I was saying was about the interviewing. So I'll ask the first question. You ask the second question. And then I'll quickly usher them off stage after that.
Oh, you want to play the good cop, bad cop routine?
That's exactly what I want to do.
All right.
I'll butter them up. I'll make them think that everything's chill. And then you just hammer them with the hard question.
I'll come in, what's up, you piece of shit? And I'll go from there.
Yeah,
It's
like in
that.
this case, like Nick Arrow, like, hey, what were you thinking when you went off the track and completely screwed up your race?
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, it looks like he is recovering his race. He's got back into DRS range of Sweaty Randall. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a train here, so it might be hard to pass, but Nick Arrow still in with a chance in this race. Sweaty Randall trying to get by Senior Heat Gang. I'll tell you, Massive, I am so impressed with the pace of Spicy Nuggies right now. He's keeping up with Sketchable.
Yeah, those, I think, not much time left, but I think those guys are going to really need to work together and get away from Heat Gang.
You're right. That is what they need to do. So, Spicy, if you're out there, if you're listening, the best thing for you right now is to tuck yourself in behind Sketchy and try to drive away into the distance. Senior Heat Gang will try his best to block. Sketchy gives the butt wiggle. Did you see that, Massive? What's that butt? What's he telling him? Is he telling Spicy to let him to go by?
Well, in
Wow.
go-karts, you know, you can tap the top of your helmet to let the guy behind you know. Maybe that's his signal to Spicy.
Well, while we were watching that, Nick Arrow made a double move on the hanger straight and is now in third position. So I said he ruined his race. Ha! Wrong again. In fact, he is in position to win this race as we speak, 1.8 seconds behind the leader. So he is actually in a great spot. What a recovery that is from Nick Arrow. Talk about recovery drive, Fakasha.
Who?
Fakasha, he was the one talking about the recovery drive.
No, that was Sketchable.
Yeah, he was talking about Sketchable.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, did you think that Sketchable was talking about himself on the Twitch chat?
Yeah, for sure. Why not? He always does that.
That's what I understood.
Oh, bless.
Hashtag
So
blessed.
Spicy Nuggies now in DRS range. Uh-oh, is he going to make the... Is Spicy Nuggies about to take the lead of the British Grand Prix for the first time ever in Friday Night Lights? Is he going to be leading a race? Not now. No, he's not. So old Zeech back there got himself a 3-second penalty, got off the track, going through Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh, you saw
So
that
that's
too?
going to hamper his progress.
almost ran right into the back of Heat Gang, his teammate.
Well, that would have been quite the debriefing down there in the old Aston Martin trailer if that had happened.
Yeah, that's a stroll move, son.
That's exactly what that is. So only 4 laps left. Massive. We probably should take this time to have a little baked goods chat. Now we're not in a safety car period, and we are battling for the lead. So
Yeah.
let's keep it quick and tidy. Massive. What's been going on the last week, 2 weeks for you in your baked goods world?
Well, I had about 4 to choose from, but I want to start off with a new one from Pop Tarts. You know me. I'm always eating
I
some
do.
Pop Tarts.
You love a Pop-Tart.
It is chocolatey chip pancakes.
That's the flavor of the Pop-Tart?
Well, I should say that is the claimed flavor. But if you've ever had any so-called chocolate flavored or like the, what's it called? They have one, it's like maple, cinnamon, all that stuff kind of tastes the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there, guys. If you see it in the stores, don't get it. Don't worry about it. You ain't missing anything.
So the special edition Pop-Tart's not worth the effort.
Not that
what
one.
you're
Not that one.
Okay.
No, but you know what is worth the effort? Is Spicy Noogies taking the lead of the race.
Spicy Nuggies taking the lead of the race. Our
There's
special
some madness
boy.
going on in the back.
Yeah. There's
What is happening
real
here?
craziness going on. Those guys
So
were-
Bukowski, it looks like he might have wrecked because now he is at the back of the field, joined by his Kick Sauber teammate, Victor Chaus. So they are the last of the runners on the track. Kick Sauber having a shocking day here as Spicy Nuggies put up the lamest defense I have ever seen and let Sketchable go by. So perhaps Spicy is got the message and he realizes the best chance he has right now is to work together with Sketchable, get that DRS going, and pull away that 3-second gap they need from Defy.
All right, real quick. What's your baked good? Hit.
Yeah, right. So actually, I have bad news for you, Massive. I for the first time in my life, I looked at myself and I thought, I'm larger than I was before, and it was only by a little bit, but I noticed it, and so I have not ingested a baked good for the last 2 days.
Oh, you hit that 160-pound mark and you just had to.
I did actually. I
Slow
hit
down.
162.4, and so that
You guys
was
can go out to
on,
hell. Come on.
That was Wednesday. So on Thursday, I realized I have to do something about this. So I didn't really eat that much because that's really easy. And then I ran in 95-degree heat, and that's really easy. Well, it's hard actually, but easy enough to go out there and do it. You know what I mean? And I lost 1.5 pounds yesterday, so I'll be back on it real soon. I'll be back on the horse. I just need to prove to myself that I can do this at any moment I want to, and then I'll go back to just eating like an absolute piece of shit. But I wanted to be open and honest about it because I've always bragging about how awesome my metabolism is. Maybe it's letting me down. Maybe my portion control has been poor recently as well. So that's where we're at with cakes and pies.
Spicy back in the lead.
Spicy back in the lead indeed. Now him and Sketchable are fighting a little bit more than they would like to. Tripping over each other is not going to help in their ultimate battle with Patrick Duffy. 2 laps left in this race. Patrick Duffy is in a perfect position to win this race even after his calamitous turn 2 incident earlier, or excuse, actually that was a cops earlier on. He is in position to win this race. And I would say actually as well, Sweaty Randall and Senior Heat Gang in a pretty good position to get themselves some podiums. This is so unfortunate for Sketchable and Spicy Nuggies. Spicy Nuggies, of course, this would be the victory of a lifetime. And Sketchable, the recovery drive of a lifetime, both of them going to be denied here ultimately because of their inability to stay on the track.
Penultimate
And
lap.
that is disappointing. I'm sorry, say that again?
I said we are in the penultimate lap.
We are indeed.
There's a little bit of chatter on the Discord. If AZ says, I'm just fucking pissed. Tuesday, I was winning the exhibition race with a 10-second lead to Heat Gang, and now Heat Gang's in third, and I'm not of the race. I don't think that's what he meant to say at the end.
I think he meant not in the race. I had hosted that practice race session on Tuesday. It sucked for me, I'll tell you that much. but then I came back when it mattered on Wednesday, and pulled in a P4. So
Hey, there we go.
pretty happy with
Pulled
that.
in a P4. Very nice, Jim Cab. Very nice.
Yes.
So, as mentioned a second ago, we are on the penultimate lap, which means the penultimate time we're going to be going down the hanger straight here. And look at this. Spicy Nuggies pulls a wee bit of a gap on Sketchable. Sketchable about to fall into the clutches of Patrick Duffy. Now, Patrick Duffy, if you're out there, if you're listening, you don't need to make a move. Just be smart about this and stay on the track, stay behind these two, and you're going to win this race. But even still, even with the penalties, Spicy Nuggies has got to be just absolutely thrilled, Massive, with his performance here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, penalty or no, you're there. You're battling for first. You're up there.
He's still going to end up on the podium.
He's 100% up there on merit.
I don't know.
Qualified well. He's ran well in the race. He's had an incredible battle here with Spicy Nuggies, with Sketchable, giving Sketchable all he can handle, which is not something you would have expected, quite honestly, considering the pace difference between the two in the previous seasons. But Spicy Nuggies has arrived here on Friday Night Lights. Final lap, half of it left.
As
Nickelodeon's going to win this race, but
Massive, yeah, I want to let Massive say you picked up on something. Sketchy and Spicy are not going to be on the podium because look where Sweat Randall and Heat Gang, look at their gap.
yeah, they are right there. They are
So
absolutely right there.
The pole. Oh!
Sketchy with another 3-second penalty, so he is absolutely not going to be on the podium right now. So there is a slim chance that Spicy Nuggies can retain a podium position here. It's
Oh
not
my
gonna help him.
God.
He's going to be going too wide down into. Oh no! So now the cars in front of him have gone too wide. Oh no! Spicy's into the rear of Nickelodeon. That's a terrible, terrible thing. So this is going to cost Spicy Nuggies big time. As Sweaty Randall looks to the inside, decides not to go down there. Nickelodeon's going to win this race. Sketchable's going to win it on track. He's not going to win it at the end. Sketchable crossed the line first, but your winner of the race is Patrick Duffy. Sweaty Randall in second. Heat Gang in third. Spicy Nuggies. Oh, what a heartbreak. Off the podium entirely in fourth place. Deary, deary me. What an end to that race. That was not helpful there for Spicy Nuggies to have Patrick Duffy and Sketchable go round the inside and outside, respectively, on the hanger straight. But in the end, still an excellent performance from Spicy Nuggies, an excellent performance from Sketchable. But the man of the hour is Patrick Duffy. So, Massive, remember, you're asking the second question here. Good cop, bad cop.
I don't have any bad questions for Duffy.
You'll come up with one. You just think of it on the spot.
I'll ask him, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Winning the race, you fucking asshole.
Oh, actually, he's on PC, so he's going to have to join us himself. He usually figures out how to do this.
Yeah, I think he's got an Xbox account that he can use, but...
Yeah. Let's get Sweaty Randall and Senior Heat Gang in here. Invite to our party. Senior Heat Gang. Invite to our party. And need Patrick Duffy. How do I find Patrick Duffy? I can hear you. We can all hear you. And pretty soon, the people who knock those buildings down are going to hear you. Hey, so as I say usually, make sure your boxes are checked, your T's are crossed, your lowercase j's are dotted, as Patrick Duffy has joined our party. Defy, please make sure all of your boxes are checked as well. Defy, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yep, all good.
Wow, what a race. You must have thought there for a moment that you'd thrown it all away, that you'd completely blown it, but you came back from a terrible moment and you ended up winning the race. Talk us through those last couple of laps there as you were making the decision of whether to fight or to just sit behind and let penalties do their thing.
Well, the spin, of course, that was scary. I'm so surprised I didn't go into the wall because I was probably full lock on the steering for 3 seconds. And coming on P5, best thing I could hope for because that was a mistake on me. Um, of course, I got caught back up to the train, which was what I needed to do, and I did what I needed to do to win. So,
Massive.
Deffy, so how do you feel with your old nemesis Laurence being gone? Is it nice, or do you prefer to have somebody of Laurence's speed and substantial talent out there with you?
well, um, Triple R or however you guys used to call him, Double R, whatever. He was he was honestly probably one of my biggest rivals. He was fun to race with because he would always give me a good challenge, help me with my race pace because that has always struggled. So he was a great rival of mine. Of course, I don't really have anyone to like that anymore, who I can battle like lap after lap. So yeah, I will kind of miss him, but it happens.
All right, Patrick Duffy. Well, congratulations on your victory tonight. It looks like you are right in line for a championship fight this season. So, again, congratulations and thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep.
All right, so let's go to our second place driver, Sweaty Randall. What a drive for Sweaty Randall. Incredible pace throughout. Hooked up to that crew at the end of the race and found himself with a chance to get a podium if penalties worked out for him. They did in the end. Sweaty Randall, you must be thrilled with yourself. Massive.
I was wondering if that was my cue. Sweaty,
Yeah.
do you drive a pickup truck? What state are you in? All right, I knew it was a southern state. That's all I had.
You bastard.
All right, we'll work on the interviewing skills of Massive later on. Sweaty Randall, congratulations on your second place podium finish tonight. Excellent, excellent drive. We will talk to you next week. Absolutely. Now, for our third place driver, we are joined by none other than Senior Heat Gang, the premier HVAC technician in all the land. Senior Heat Gang, you, along with Sweaty Randall, must be absolutely thrilled with your result tonight.
I am. I did not expect to get a podium from this race. Comparing from my time trials, my practice I did earlier in the day, I wasn't looking forward to this race. I was hoping it would be a wet race to even it all out, but in the end, from the start of lap one, my race, I was quite happy with my pace. I was pleasantly pleased and surprised that I kept up with that top pack there.
Donut, are you waiting on me?
I am.
I don't have
am.
anything mean to say if that's what you're waiting for. Heat Gang.
You don't have to say anything mean. You can just ask a regular question if you
No,
want.
here's a regular question. So,
Okay.
now I don't know if you saw what I saw because you're looking forward. I'm gonna take a wild guess, but looked like your teammate almost took you out there going through Maggots and Beckett's. Did your butthole clench right there, or did you not see that?
Hey, a little bit. I was kind of clinching because he was trying to pass me with a 6-second penalty. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna finish ahead of you either way. But then he put it in. He private messaged me saying like if he passed me, he was gonna try and get past the guys ahead and slow them down so I could repass them.
Don't tell us your strategy. You're
well,
supposed to keep that a secret.
Yeah, man, that's but
That's
that is
out.
good teamwork there from the Aston Martin team. I mean, it's out in the open now. Everybody, look out! The Aston Martin team is working together throughout the race, and you might want to think about doing the same. Senior Heat Gang, congratulations on your third place finish. A nice little
Thank-
podium for you going into the weekend, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
All right, so that'll do it for us here this evening. Massive, before we go, is there anything you'd like to tell us?
Well, since you got me talking, I just want to say this race was extremely refreshing to see not only 3 people battling at the front, but 5, sometimes more than that. If it wasn't for Migos doing whatever it was that he did, I'm just hoping the next race is going to offer us more of the same.
Well, I agree with that, Massive. Here's to that, and here's to hoping that we have a tremendous season as well. Thank you so much to everybody out there for joining us. It's good to be back after 2 weeks gone. Thank you to those who joined us live, and thanks to everybody who will come back later on. Thanks to Massive for commentating. Thanks to Jim Cab for hosting and getting rid of all the toxic hate in the Discord.
Yeah.
And thanks to our drivers for providing us a tremendous race here this evening. I am Donut Puncher 272, saying good night until next week. Goodbye.
See you.